Discipline over motivation wins every time. Who actually cares if you feel like doing it? Who actually cares if you want to do it? You know that you truly want this. You know that you want that end goal. You know that you want to accomplish this. You know that you want to lose the weight. You know that you want to start that business. So who cares if you feel like doing it in that moment? You get up and you do it.
If you love me, baby, don't you switch up the vibe. Baby, don't you. Baby, don't you. Baby, don't.
So let me just say that this topic is super, super dear to my heart because so many years I went on making New Year's resolutions, consistently making them year after year after year after year, and guess what? Not meeting them year after year after year after year. I know I'm not alone in this. I just know I'm not, right? Let's keep it real with ourselves, right? Like, how many of us have done this? Made a routine out of making a resolution and not hitting it, right? Like, here's my goal for the year. Boom, boom, boom. It's all set out. I've done the vision board. I've done all the visionary stuff. I've written it down. I've done that. And I still didn't hit my goal. Like, what the heck? I think the worst feeling out of all of that is not meeting a promise that you made to yourself. At least for me, right? Like, especially because I'm doing it in the beginning of the year, it's just a horrible way to set up your year, right? Like, dang, here I am, this January 1st, I set out to hit X, Y, and Z goal. It is now January 30th, and I've done nothing told myself I was going to do in the month of January. For me, that's like the worst thing ever because you're setting up your year to have no momentum, right? Like, I'm setting up my year to feel sad, depressed, down, that I couldn't meet a promise that I made to myself, right? And so I know that I am not the only one out here that does that, right? So if you're done with this cycle, if you want to throw this cycle in the trash can and you want to be done with this stupid routine of setting goals and never hitting your goals, then watch this video, guys. And my first tip overall is to throw away motivation. I know you're like, what, sis, what? Yeah, throw it away. Because at the end of the day, it does not matter if you're motivated. And it took me a long time to realize that. 9 out of 10, I'm not. I'm motivated in that moment. When I write down my goals, when I do my vision board, I'm like, yes, sis, you're going to hit this goal. And I have all of this motivation inside of me. And next thing you know, I'm tired the next day because I have a little toddler. My toddler kept me up. And now I'm not motivated to get up out of the bed on time. I'm not motivated to wake up and do a 5 a.m. routine. I'm not motivated to do those things. What I changed this year for me was I threw that feeling in the garbage. Who cares? Okay, I'm not motivated. However, I know that what I want goes beyond motivation. What it was I taught myself discipline this year. Discipline over motivation wins every time. Who actually cares if you feel like doing it? Who actually cares if you want to do it? You know that you truly want this. You know that you want that end goal. You know that you want to accomplish this. You know that you want to lose the weight. You know that you want to start that business. So who cares if you feel like doing it in that moment? You get up and you do it. I think for me, this is my step 1. At first, I was going to make that the end step for everybody. That was going to be step 5. But the truth of the matter is that's step 1. Until you understand the concept of not operating off of motivation purely, you will be stuck in this cycle because at the end of the day, your goals do not care if you feel motivated. You have to decide, I'm going to get up. I told myself I'm going to get up at 5 a.m. I'm going to set that alarm to 5 a.m. and I'm going to jump my butt out of bed once the alarm goes off. I'm not hitting the snooze button. I'm not going to lay here for 5 more minutes because it's cold in my room. Perfect. It's cold. Jump up. You're going to wake up. Right? Like, at the end of the day, you have to train yourself on discipline. I don't feel like it. Who cares? Be disciplined. You got to train yourself to think differently, right? The only way you're truly going to change this cycle that you've been in, right? If it works, stay in it. If it does not work, then change something. And the one thing that you have the power to change is choice. You have to first, before anything, right now, right, 2024, You have to make a decision to do something different. You have to make a decision to get up and make a choice to say, I am done with this cycle. I don't care if I'm motivated. I don't care if I feel like it. I don't care if I'm feeling lazy at the moment. You got to make a decision to say, I'm doing this. Right? So that's, for me, that is my step number one. That's the one thing that I can say right off the bat has changed for me, and it has affected every area of my life. I made physical goals this year. I made financial goals this year. I made spiritual goals this year. I made professional goals this year. And I'm going to tell you right now that each and every one of those goals I was able to meet. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say I met all my goals this year. I wanted to buy a house this year. I did not buy my house yet. My goal is to buy it this year, 2024. I was able to meet my financial goal. I was able to meet my professional goal. I was able to meet my fitness goal. I've lost 30 pounds this year. I set out to do something and I was able to accomplish it. And that's not me bragging, because for the past 10 years I've set out to accomplish the same goals that I've accomplished this year, and it took me 10 years to accomplish it, but it didn't have to. And this is why I'm making this video, because it doesn't have to take you 5 to 10 years to be your dream girl. It doesn't have to take you 5 to 10 years to get to these goals. Step one for me, I could have done this last year. I could have done this year before now, and I would have still accomplished the goals. The truth of the matter is, what changed for me is not even necessarily my circumstances, it was my mindset. The first thing that changed for me so that I can actually hit these goals was my mindset. I made a decision to not operate off of what I'm motivated to do, because 9 out of 10, I'm not motivated to go to the gym at 5 a.m. every single morning when I have 2 kids, a full-time job, and I'm in school to be a therapist. Life is busy, right? You're tired. I don't feel motivated. I feel sleepy. But at the end of the day, you made a goal. You made it a goal. You made a promise to yourself. You gotta uphold to that promise. So that's step one. Step one is throw motivation out the window, operate off discipline alone. All right, so I know step one was intense, right? But you can do this. So step two is going to be clear about your goals. One thing that I kept doing year after year after year, I would set these humongous goals for myself, right? They would be huge goals, and I never broke them down. I was never clear about, how am I going to hit this goal? Is this goal even reachable? And I'm going to be honest, a lot of my goals were reachable. However, there was no structure to getting them, right? To getting to the goal. Have your goals structured, right? Know exactly what you're aiming for this year and every little step that it's going to take you to get to that big goal. A lot of times we completely forget about this. We set the goal and that's it. I want to challenge you all to set SMART goals, right? So if you don't know what SMART goals are, I can make another video for you guys. Comment down below if that's something that you want me to go through, because I can definitely go through how to set SMART goals, right? But you want to set measurable, attainable goals for yourself, right? So you want to be very clear about that, right? Let's just say this year you want to lose 30 pounds. I lost 30 pounds this year. So let's just say you want to lose 30 pounds this year. What is that going to look like, right? Because there's going to be a lot of things that play into you losing 30 pounds. That can't just be the goal. It has to be, okay, in order for me to hit that 30 pounds, I need to establish a daily routine. What does that daily routine look like? For me, it looked like waking up at 5 to 5:30 every single morning, because that's really the only window I have to go to the gym. Because once my day starts, once 8 o'clock hits, it's over for me, right? So I need to go to the gym before that time, get home, get ready, get everything set up for my kids before then. So for me, waking up about 5 a.m., it had to go into my weight loss goal, right? So boom, I have one goal so that I can reach my big goal, right? So waking up at 5 a.m. This also means that I probably have to let go of the sugars, right? I have to let go of the sugars, the fried foods, all those things that do not benefit to me serving my goal, right? So this is how I structured my goal out this year that looked a lot differently than last year, right? One of the reasons why I couldn't hit that goal the year prior is because I did not structure my goal out. It was just, boom, I want to lose weight. Okay, how much weight? What does your daily routine look like? What's going to have to change? What are you going to have to fix? right? So it's one of those things where you really have to have a real obtainable goal and know what it's going to take to meet that goal, and you work towards that thing every single day. What's micro goals do you need to hit that major goal? Right? Was something I also did. I evaluated who was in my circle. I know. You gotta do it, sis. You gotta do it. Evaluate who is around you. Like, you know that saying, I can't even remember how the saying technically goes, but it's something like you are who you hang with or something like that. Or like you're, something. And I heard another one, I can't remember how it goes, but it's something along the lines of like birds of a, what is it called? Birds of a something flock together? I don't know. But I can't think of any of these right now. But you guys know what I'm saying. So funny. Okay. My point is, you really are who you hang with, right? Like, this year, I really wanted to surround myself around positive, successful women. So I surrounded myself around women who already knew exactly how to do what it is I want to do. And then on top of that, I surrounded myself around women who had very similar goals to mine, right? They wanted to be powerful women. I surrounded myself around other women who had the same weight loss goals as me, right? I even joined, when I first started to lose weight, I joined a group. I joined a group, Fit Body Bootcamp. I'm sure you guys have heard of it before, but it's a whole bunch of other women just working out together. I didn't feel embarrassed. I didn't feel like I was out of place. You know that feeling when you get to the gym and you're like, ooh, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing and everybody's gonna look at me. Yeah, I didn't feel that feeling because I surrounded myself around women who were in the same mindset as me. And some of them weren't in the necessarily same fitness place as me, but I still didn't feel that feeling of, oh my gosh, like everybody's gonna look at me, everybody's gonna judge me. And I actually was able to make positive connections there and friendships there and things of that sort. And it was awesome because we kept ourselves motivated. If I didn't go to class, I was going to get a text. Yo, where you at? You didn't come today. Which was so powerful to me because we were able to hold each other accountable. And so, like, just joining a powerful group, having friends that understand your mission and your goals. What I can't stand, okay, is you telling your goals to a person who is closed-minded, who, for example, you want to start a business and you have a friend who all she believes in is 9 to 5s. That's her belief system. She's done it. Her parents have done it. She knows no one who has owned their own business before. For her, it is just out of, you are crazy. Right? Like, and I actually know someone who thinks that way. I would never go and tell them my dreams to start a business, right? I would never tell them I'm thinking about quitting my 9 to 5 to do X, Y, and Z because they just won't comprehend what I'm doing. They just won't understand. And it's nothing against them. And it's nothing against their thinking. It's not my thinking though. And therefore, they can't support me because they don't being judgmental of how they think or anything like that. It is simply because they can't understand my thinking, right? They can't. So therefore, they can't support me. They don't know how. You really want to be careful of dream crushers, right? That's what I call them, dream crushers, because they don't realize they're crushing your dream, but they are. And you really want to be careful of those type of people in your circle. The truth of the matter is, everyone is not there for a lifetime. It took me a long time to realize that some people are just there for a season, and you got to be willing to let go, because everybody can't go with you to the next level. They can't. They got too much stuff weighing them down. And you got to climb that ladder by yourself. And that is okay. Trust me, because you're gonna get up there and see that there's other people already up there waiting, sis. Waiting for you to get up there with them. You're going to meet new people. It's going to be fine. You are going to be fine. And even if you don't, even if you're on that ladder by yourself, climbing to the top of that mountain by yourself, you are going to be just fine. I don't know. I'm a follower of Christ, so I know that once I get to that mountaintop, I didn't do that by myself. I had someone holding my hand. I had somebody pushing me up. I had somebody guiding me. And thank you, Jesus, for doing that, right? Like, at the end of the day, you're not alone. You're going to be okay. But there are people that will drag you down. That's just facts, right? And that's not anything bad or negative to say. It is just you recognizing that they're not meant to go with you to the next level. They're not meant to, and that's okay. They were awesome on the level you were on. They were supportive on that level, but they don't know how to support you any farther. If you really want to take it to that next level, it is going to be up to you to cultivate those type of relationships, right? You're going to have to be searching. You can't do this from your bedroom. You can't do this from your kitchen. You're going to have to probably leave the house. Let's go to some networking events. Go to some events that have those type of people there. You may not find them at your local, wherever you be hanging out, right? Because you weren't able to find them this far. So that means you may have to go outside your comfort zone and go find your group, guys. And so my final tip for you guys today is going to be set healthy boundaries for yourself. Okay, you have to be able to set healthy boundaries for yourself in order for you to really accomplish your goals. That means you're gonna have to say no. I was a certified people pleaser, okay? I used to say yes to everything. Everything. I used to be drained by the end of the day because I gave too many yeses out. It is okay to set boundaries for yourself and say, yeah, no, I can't, right? It is okay to say, I can't be in that place. I can't be around them people. I can't go. I don't want to do. It is okay to just say no. I'm sorry about that, you guys. My toddler came and did some stuff to my light. But anyway, hopefully you guys can still see me. And so the point is, you don't have to feel bad for putting you first, right? The reality of it is I realized, one thing I realized this year that I did not understand completely last year is that if I am empty, if I'm on empty, no one else can receive anything, right? Like my kids can't receive if I'm empty. I needed to be able to fill my cup, right? I needed to be able to do. I can do the things that I need to do for them. I had to actually do the things I need to do for me. The reality of it is when you're depressed and you low and you feeling not good about yourself, I have a toddler right behind me, so it is what it is. You're going to make this content. What did I say about no excuses? There's no excuses. You just let them be. Yep. Okay, but like I was saying, you guys, you really have to set boundaries and say enough is enough. My no is no. No, because I'm going to be worn out if I do that. No, I'm not going to be able to make my content or do whatever it is I need to do. I need to go to the gym. No, I have to say no. And guess what? If they don't understand, then remember what I said about the last one about being very particular about the people in your circle. If they can't understand, hey sis, okay, I get it. You got to meet your goals. I get it. Cool. If they guilt trip you or make you feel terrible about not doing for them, remember what I just said about people going to the next level with you, they're probably not meant to be there, right? If they can't support you in this, they're probably not meant to be there. But most importantly, setting boundaries is you supporting you. Setting boundaries is you being your own backup. Setting boundaries is you saying, since you made this promise, we're going to do what we got to do to keep this promise to yourself. Setting boundaries is you being your own supportive system. It is so important that you set healthy boundaries for yourself. That is something you're in control of, right? You can't control people and what they ask you or what they want you to do or what they say, but you can control your response. You can control what you say. You can control what you do. All I want to say to you is you got this. I want you to feel how I felt last year when I was able to accomplish so many of my goals, and I didn't feel depressed, that depressed, defeated, discouraging feeling that I felt in previous years. I want you to feel that. So I'm telling you guys, you can do this, but it's gonna take some work on your end. All right, you guys. If you like this video, please thumbs it up. If you have any video suggestions for me, any questions you want to ask, please go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. If you guys do want me to make a video on how to do SMART goals, please let me know that as well. All right, you guys. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. It was a pleasure.
Baby, don't you, baby, don't you, baby, don't you switch up the vibe.